All right, so today we're going to talk about the three pillars within Assemble's product. Some of you may have come here for the calendars, the project management feature. Some of you may have come here to upload assets and manage feedback. And others of you may have come here for a document template to use our call sheets or our shot lists. But if you're not using all three of those different pillars, you're really missing out on the full potential of Assemble. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour so that you can understand exactly how to harness the full potential of Assemble. So as mentioned, many of you probably came here for our calendar features. So let's go ahead and take a peek at those first. Of course, one of the biggest benefits of Assemble is that inside each project that you're working on, you get your own dedicated calendar where you can not only plan out timelines, but you can also assign tasks to people, let them know what they're working on, and also just see what you're responsible for yourself. Three key features that you should know about within the calendar. Number one is going to be the ability to sync this calendar. So if you want to sync this to your Google, Apple, or Microsoft calendar, enables you to just get that into your own calendar, and it's going to update in real time anytime adjustments are made to the calendar. Number two, ability to share calendars out as review links. So of course, you can invite your team into Assemble. You can collaborate together, assign tasks to each other, and use this as a project management tool. But if you ever need to present a calendar, whether that's to a client or somebody else that you're working with outside the organization, you could just come in here and publish a link of that calendar, and it's going to be publicly viewable by anybody. And then the third key component of calendars, once you've gotten your calendars built out in here, if you come here back to your main project screen, up at the top, you're going to see the global calendar. And this is going to give you this beautiful, amazing view of your entire project pipeline. So it just gives you this bird's eye view where you can see every project you're working on and just have that visibility across the board, as well as the ability to pop these open and see a more granular view of what's inside. So that's the calendars. Many of you are using those already. If you're not, highly recommend. It's a core feature within Assemble. But let's go ahead and jump to the second pillar, which is asset management and really file management as well. So if we jump back into this hypothetical project we're working on here, you can see on the sidebar, I've created these phases, and these are essentially just top level folders. You can create or add or delete as many as you want. But essentially, just go ahead and click into one of these and we can see that we can upload and manage all sorts of files and assets within here. Simply by coming here and clicking add asset, you can upload any sorts of media assets, whether that's creative assets or even post-production video files and edits. You can upload any sorts of project files or PDFs or really any sort of file that you're working with within your project. But then additionally, you can come down here and also add bookmarks. And so this can be a link to an external website or app that you may be working on. Maybe it's a Google Drive file full of, brand assets that you want to simply link into here. Maybe it's something like a cut down from another editing tool, or really anything. Could be a Dropbox link, whatever that may be. But the goal is that you can get all of your files, bookmarks, links, everything all into one place. Keep this out of email. And the true power comes when you're not only planning your project in here in the tasks, but then when your team's logging in to see what they need to be working on, they can also access all of those files, links, documents, whatever they may need directly within Assemble. But then additionally, to add on to that, if you are uploading media assets into Assemble, we're going to have very powerful collaboration tools for that as well. So for instance, if you're uploading video files, if we just go ahead and play this video, we can see we're going to have things like the ability to click and add comments directly onto the video assets, can do this with photos and PDFs as well. Also the ability to manage versions. So we can upload V1, V2, V3, track those changes. And as with everything in Assemble, just like the calendars, any sort of asset, whether it's videos, photos, PDFs, anything, you can share these out as review links so that people outside of your Assemble project can view it as a public link, leave feedback, gather notes, and collaborate with people outside of the project as well. So that's pillar number two, which is asset management. So let's circle around to the final pillar that you need to know about within Assemble. And that is the ability to create documents. So as mentioned, of course, you could link out if you had a Google Doc or something like that, you could just link that directly in here. But we also have the ability to create native documents within Assemble. And you just come here, click add, and drop down here to document. If we open this, you're going to see a ton of pre-built templates you can access everything from contracts to storyboards to call sheets, dozens and dozens of templates. But let's just go ahead and create a blank document so you can see what that workflow looks like. So if I come up here, this could be something as simple as meeting notes. I can come in here and start typing in, any sort of document that I want. I'm going to have all of my text formatting here as well. So we can start to enter any sort of notes that we have. And of course, this is a very basic example, but you're also going to have advanced tools like the ability to add tables or images directly into that. So maybe we want to start to build out more advanced documents. This hopefully gives you a sense, but let's go ahead and take a look at what else you can create within these documents and why they're unique over your typical Google Doc or something like that. So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit more built out project briefs. So you can see within our documents, we've been able to add a cover photo here, built out a table with some more information, and even add in images. So you can add in things like mood boards or anything that you want to have visual inspiration for. So this is great for creative documents, but let's go ahead and get even a little bit more advanced. Let's go ahead and jump into this production phase. And if this was a shoot, for instance, maybe I want to build out a call sheet. And so here at the top of the call sheet, you can see I've been able to add what we call widgets. And so we can add dynamic widgets that include things like interactive maps, dynamic weather that will update in real time. And then you can go ahead and build out any sort of custom documents that you want. So here I've built out a pretty advanced call sheet with shoot schedule, cast, crew, all these different things. So you may be asking now, well, I've created this call sheet. How can I work with my team? Well, number one, anybody within your project can come in here and collaborate with you in real time. You'll be able to see who's inside the document working and editing together with you. But maybe you want to send this out to, once again, maybe it's a client you want to present to them. Or in this case, maybe it's a shoot and we need to send this out to our entire crew. Once again, as with anything in Assemble, just come up here, click the share button and go ahead and share document link. And then we're going to be able to just blast this out to our crew. We can copy paste emails, send this out as a link. They're going to get an email. They can click it, open it on mobile phone, on desktop, all without ever needing to have an Assemble account. You're going to have tons of great settings in here, the ability to track who's viewed it, password protect it, share as a presentation if you want it to be a read-only visual presentation that they can't edit. And the great thing about sharing documents from Assemble is they're going to update in real time. So once this is shared out once, you don't ever have to reshare it. So if I come in here and we shift things around maybe within our schedule, that's going to update for everybody in real time, no matter where they're accessing it. So that wraps it up, the 3 core pillars that you need to be using in Assemble. In summary, project management, asset management, collaborative documents. Once you've tapped into all 3 of those features, you'll really have unleashed the full power of Assemble and begin to experience the benefits of bringing your whole team together and your whole workflow into one singular tool. So that wraps it up. If you're interested in learning more about any of these features, check out our YouTube. We've got tons of use case videos, or hit our chat down here in the bottom right of your project screen, or go to our support library. And we've got tons of articles diving into all these different topics.